Red Alert 2 is a real-time strategy game that was released by Westwood Studios in the year 2000. If you're under the age of 30, you probably don't know what most of that sentence means, so let me break it down for you. Real-time strategy was a genre of games that flourished primarily on the PC in the late 90s and early 2000s, and it's the best genre of all time. Sadly, it's been cast aside in favor of making Call of Duty twice a year and releasing the same Madden game every year and releasing the same FIFA game every year and mobile games. Traditionally speaking, strategy games are played like chess or checkers. You take your turn, I take my turn, and we go back and forth. Think XCOM, think Civilization. Real-time strategy games, however, take place, shocker, as the name suggests, in real time, with both parties controlling their units simultaneously. So think The Sims or SimCity or Age of Empires or Warcraft. No, not that one. And above all else, the crowning gem of the RTS genre, Red Alert 2. My personal favorite game of all time. Now, if it's so great, I hear you asking, under 30 viewer, why have I never heard of this game or this franchise or hell, even this company? Well, shortly after the release of Red Alert 2, Westwood Studios was bought out by EA, and they tanked the franchise, and everything went to hell. Now that's something that gamers of all ages can relate to. So the story of Red Alert 2 is totally crazy. There's time travel, Albert Einstein's in it, it's World War III, we're fighting the Soviets again, but we're going to push all that aside. I'll probably cover it in a future video because, again, favorite game of all time. But today, I'm going to do a challenge video. I want to see if I can win a skirmish against the computer-controlled AI opponent. It's basically this game's version of an exhibition match. And I want to see if I can beat them using nothing but GI soldiers. It's the low-level grunt. They're the cheapest unit to make, and you go through thousands of them in an average playthrough. So I want to see if I could beat the AI-controlled opponent using nothing but GIs. This is the Red Alert 2 GI-only challenge. Alright, before we get started, let's go over the ground rules here. Number 1, I can use any and all units and defenses for my own base defense. Number 2, no super weapons. I don't want to get halfway through this and a nuclear-ass bomb ruins my day. Number 3, most importantly, I can only attack enemies outside of my base using the standard GI soldier. I choose to play as Korea for no discernible reason, and if you notice here I'm playing the game on easy. I said this was my favorite game, I didn't say I was any good at it. So I deploy my base here, and I move my troops around so I could see a little bit more of the map. But that gets pretty boring, so let's speed it up. So you see here that I'm building an ore refinery that lets me make money, and then the barracks, which lets me actually train the troops that I'm going to be using in this challenge here. I'm putting up some base defenses because, as the rules stated, I can use any defenses for my own base. The GI only part of the challenge is only for offense. So I also put a war factory in there so I can make some tanks and stuff like that. Now, I'm in the process of making an Air Force command, which lets you build airplanes and stuff like that, which I don't have any intention of using, but it also gives you access to the map, so I can see where the enemies are. But as you see there, I got tired of waiting, so I just took all my troops and went to go find the enemy. Oh, there they are, right there. Okay, you see this thing right here? That's called a prism tower. That uses the power of the sun to turn this guy into a skeleton. We want to avoid prism towers, so that doesn't happen to everyone else. So I start attacking their buildings, and naturally they don't appreciate that, so they bring out the tanks. Luckily, as you see here, the GIs have this cool little feature where you can deploy them into a ring of sandbags that gives them a little extra protection and heavier firepower. So I'm sure you picked up on this by now, it's not super complicated, but the general idea is to blow up all their buildings, and if someone comes to attack me, I attack them so they don't take my guys out before I can blow up those buildings. Now, you see that there? That's a power plant. If I take down enough of them, it'll shut off our friend from earlier because they need electricity to operate. Bam! There it is. This is going smoothly. Wait, what the... What the hell is that? What the fuck? Excuse me. Sorry about that. I'm pretending not to know what's happening for your benefit. You see the things I do for you? So you see that big building right there? That's their base. As long as that building stands, they can keep building new structures. So if all my soldiers here get taken out before that building gets taken out, I basically have to start from scratch. So let's go ahead and take that out. With that out of the way, it's basically smooth sailing from here. Now, pay attention to how the top of this bastard quits spinning when I take out their power plant. That right there, boys and girls, is exactly what we're looking for. I take out their war factory next here so they can't make any more tanks. Since I took out their base before, now they can't make a new war factory. So no war factory, no tanks, no base, no war factory. You get it. Now all their main buildings are gone from what I can see, and defensive structures don't count towards winning, which is why you see me kind of ignoring them here. I finally built that Air Force Command Center so I can see a map, but without additional buildings, I can't see any of the parts that are hidden by the black, so I'm kind of taking a two-pronged approach here. I'm trying to search with multiple groups of GIs to find those last buildings, but I was also getting all the buildings that I need to get to that. That's the spy satellite upgrade that lets you see the whole map all at once. Once that happens, I could see their final building right away, and it's really easy for me to find, send my guys there, and take it out. Boom. Done. So, is it possible to beat an enemy AI in Red Alert 2 using only GI troops? Well, if you're only playing against one and it's on easy, not only is it possible, it's incredibly simple. So, now what? What are my options? That was really uneventful and kind of basic and way easier than I thought it would be. I mean, option one, I can quit the video right there and say I won. Seems a little anticlimactic for how easy it ended up being. Would I do that? Yes. Yes, I would. So that was the Red Alert 2 GI Only Challenge. Thank you so much for watching my first ever YouTube video. They will get better, I promise. I've learned a lot this past week, and hopefully I'll continue to learn more, get better with editing, get something for a background so you don't have to look at my messy ass house, and we'll see what I can come up with. And this channel is not just going to be challenges either. I got lists coming out. I will be writing editorials on a particular video game or subject. So subscribe, like, comment, share. I'd really appreciate that. It would help me grow with this brand new channel. I've never really done anything like this before, so I'm kind of nervous and self-conscious to put this out there. So I hope you like it. And I don't know. We'll see what else I come up with. Should be fun.